Yeah, immediately. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Because it's just like, you understood my jokes.
Yes, same.
My humor.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
The references. I, like any fan, got to kind of enjoy it from a fan's perspective because I didn't get to see much of what they shot. So I can say I too was surprised by, like I was stressed out like anyone else. I mean, I'd read the books, but it's one thing to read the book and then to also experience it this way. So I was blown away. I was totally blown away.
Well, definitely that it's a marathon and not a sprint on a movie like this. I had never worked on something this long, or as you put it, physically demanding, with the still suit and just the requirements that I had just to be fighting in scenes or running across the desert. Obviously, there's way harder jobs out there, but it was definitely one of the bigger challenges physically I'd been on. And mentally, when you're surrounded by great castmates and a great director and people that are confident and assured, then it's easier to get through too. And now that we're doing press, it's a lot of fun too, because we all get along, I think.
It's true. I would say, for me, I think it's like about trying to carve out the time to find some consistencies, and whether that be small or big. I know it sounds really corny, whether that is like, making your coffee in the morning, or, if you have the means to see your therapist every week or whatever it is, just having a consistent thing that feels like you time. I feel is something I'm trying to get better at. Like I'll take some time. I'll be like, no, I'm just gonna paint, and I spend hours doing it. And whether I like it or not is not the point. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna paint and have time just to myself. I'm not on my phone. I'm just whatever. So I think those things are important. And then reaching out to people, right? Like having a support system, talking to people who help get you through it.
That was perfectly said.
All right.
Consistencies. That's really well said. Consistencies, and I feel like you're really good at that.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah.
I try. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about me, but I can say. I'll cover your ears. No. But I'm really impressed that Zendeya's been working all these interviews. We just blow smoke.
You're the best.
No, but it's just amazing she just put consistencies, and this is a crazy business. So Zendaya is really one of the most grounded people I know doing this, and it's reassuring to have a friend like that because it could be an absolute circus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
I would agree.
I've got nothing from him.
No, because sometimes you feel like you're in this industry you're floating, right? And you need those people that feel like, I don't know, like some stability, or like I'm trying to figure out a better metaphor for this, right? But you're like in the middle of the sea and you're looking for the island, and I think when you find true friendships and people who enjoy doing what you do, but you also admire. I think I admire Timothy's work, and being able to watch him work in real life is like another special experience. So I think being able to communicate and talk to someone about a very specific experience in life that a lot of people maybe haven't experienced or don't quite understand, it's that you need that, it makes you feel a little less alone, like you're not in this by yourself, right? You're not floating. There is other people that you can grab onto and help you through it. So you need that. You need people to learn from. Oh, for sure. I'm a huge. So.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of, what are they called? Dea stars? What was it? No, what was the original name?
I'm not going to get into it.
I think if I said I was number one, then I'd be beefing with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm number 1,037.
One of many.
I think the first moment, because I saw Zendaya when she got to Jordan, and without being ageist, there was no one within fucking 15 years. No, so it was just a great.
But that's also true for Paul as well.
Yeah. He's going through
He's
a tough,
kind of the only
tough circumstance where he has to be a leader amongst adults at too young an age. But just when Zendaya got there, the energy she brought to Jordan, we were in a part of the world that I'd never been in before, and we just had so much fun. And she brought a great energy, and I think we have a similar we can tap into a similar chaos, and that can be fun.
That's important.
That's important. That's important.
Yeah, I think, yeah, immediately. I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. Because it's just like, you understood my jokes.
Yes, same.
My humor.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
The references. If you get my references, that's a very important thing. So I was like, oh, yeah, we're good.
You ever watch, like, Dragon Tales?
Yes.
That's like...
That's us.
That's us. I think when you're growing up, you always feel out of your body. You're looking in the mirror to confirm your identity or to shred your identity or to hate yourself. And, you know, I think that's probably the most challenging period in life when you're truly a fish out of water. But the brilliance in that, too, is then you can kind of search for your identity, search for what makes you feel grounded, find the good people in your life, those non-toxic ass people. And and I think that's, that's what I would say.
I would say, honestly, every project that you kind of take on, there's a bit of fear there. Because there's no guarantee that anything will work out the way you see it in your head or that you hope it will. And so everything kind of sometimes feels like a little bit of a leap of faith, you know, and all you can really control is your work. All you can do is do your best job and work your very hardest and hope that something good comes of it, you know? So I would say it kind of happens every time you kind of tackle a new project. You know, you're just like, okay, here we go, you know? And so, yeah, I don't know. I think I feel that fear every time, which I think is a good thing. You know, it's good to feel that fear. I hope that I feel that every time, even when I get older and do other things, you know? I think that's good. It's motivating.
You try to be in the circumstance of your character, try to be in the circumstance of the movie. For me, playing Paul Atreides in this one, any sort of tension or anything you're alluding to would help the character and help the arc and the story. But then you try to, like, distract yourself from the seriousness of that or something, or the self-seriousness, or the pressure, or outside opinions, whatever. And you're able to do that really most successfully when your colleagues basically are fighting that same fight in some way. I take this pressure over, over the other pressures I felt in life before I had a career.
I think I found my power when I'm working, which I've learned over this, pandemic is maybe a good and a bad thing. You have to find life and power in other ways and not just your work, Zendaya. Yes. Which I'm learning about. But I feel empowered when I work because I really love my job and I feel incredibly grateful to be doing what I love for a living. So every day that I wake up and I get to do this, this is just a massive sense of gratitude for the fact that this is my job. But again, with that it feels empowering because I feel like I'm in my element. Like, I don't know, when you're just on set and you just feel like, yes, yeah, this is my place. Like, this is my home.